So I was supposed to make a video reacting to some guy reviewing Toho and calling it a bad game, but I realized that video is boring, so let's try something else. Today, I'm gonna talk about Genshin Impact, the most played game I am from. So for the record, I actually like Genshin Impact. What I'm gonna do is critique on the game, but I don't actually hate the game, okay? So for all the Genshin fanboys, no, I'm not hating on the game, but I do have some complaints on it. Now, I'm not trying to get MiHoYo to come and to me and say, hey, Easy E, I think that your points are valid and we're going to change according to what you want. Nah, I don't want to. I just want to put my points across. That's why I make these videos anyways. So if it isn't obvious what I'm gonna complain about from the title, I'll be complaining about the combat of the game. Now, I actually like the combat, the elemental bits, how you can synergize with fire and water and stuff. That's really why I play the game. If there's no elemental rock, paper, scissors in this game, I won't play the game. No, I won't. So that's a huge draw to me to play the game. But I think that there's a lot of room for improvement. I'm a Diluc main, by the way, and that will be important. I will explain later. The first complaint I have about this game are healers. Now, in any RPG, healers are essential. If you play Final Fantasy, if you play Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, you have healing spells. If you play Fire Emblem, I never played Fire Emblem because I never have the device. I actually have the device, but it's broke and it never had the thought of playing it. But they do have healers, I think. But for Genshin Impact, they also have healers, but they feel unnecessary. I'll see what I mean. Firstly, we have the statue of the 7. We have already discovered 3 of 7. We have Venti, we have Zhongli, and we have Baal / Raiden Shogun / I don't know. So whenever you go near these statues, you will get an instant healing from them. Now there is a limit, but it will regen, and after it has regen, you can get more healing. Now this healing is free. Yep, free, just like the game. So that's one of the reasons why healers are not too necessary. Another reason are food. You have restorative food along with the buff food for attack and defense, and these also heal. In fact, during the early parts of the game, I do not have healers, and I would stock up on copious amounts of the sweet maiden chickens and the mushroom meat rolls, and whenever I got a beating, I would just pause and eat all of the food. Now, there's a caveat to food, is that your characters will get full. Unlike, say, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, you can eat as many cheese wheels as you can, but in Genshin Impact, stuff too much of them and they get full. Now, healers are actually a good source of healing. You can heal while in battle. For example, with Barbara, you will be able to use her elemental skill and whenever she attacks, you get a little bit of healing from her. So as well, with the protective breastplate, you are able to get there's a 50% chance of heal from any hit. So for some, so healing is actually good for keeping alive. But you know what else is good at keeping people alive? Shields. You have
Crumble!
Diona, and sure, they're not free, but they are way better than healing. Actually, they are free. Noel has a shield. Better yet, every time a Geo character does a crystallize, you get a free shield. Oh, you don't even need a heal. And shields block damage. Why? And as everyone says, preventative measure is better than healing. That's what they say in my country. And instead of healing, why not just bring shields? And there's no need for the healers. You can just eat or use the statues. But the worst parts about healers are that no one wants a 5-star healer. Whenever anyone gets Chi-Chi, they're pissed. They're like, oh hell no. Not only did I lose the 50-50, I got Chi-Chi. Fucking Chi-Chis. Useless, dead child. Okay, I guess not that seriously. And by the way, I like Chi-Chi, she's good. But some people will feel that way, especially free-to-play players. They lost their pity to a zombie. Not only that, at the time of this recording, Kokomi is a healer. Not only is she a healer, she can't crit. Now, here's a problem I have with the Kokomi. In her passive, she can't crit. Now, for Raiden Shogun, she can't cook. That's just it's harmless, okay? Other characters can cook. If she can't cook, anyone else can, and they can do it better. So it's basically very harmless. But for Kokomi, it's actually a big deal. Because why? She can't crit. She does have a healing bonus of 25%, but guess what? Barbara can do her job just fine even without a healing boost. And Kokomi is basically just Hydro Chi-Chi if you think about it. I get that miHoYo wants to put a bit of a gimmick to their characters so they don't feel the same, but this is not a good gimmick. No, this is as good of a gimmick as the Wii U, and that flopped hard. Not sure about the sales of Kokomi gonna flop too hard. I mean, but if you look at any forums, anyone who pulls Kokomi only wants to pull her because she's cute or they like the design and she's a mermaid kind of thing. So, but why they don't pull her is because she's a healer. If you want a healer, a dedicated healer, there's Barbara. And like Food and Statue of the Seven, she's free. Just like the game. Just reach a certain level and you get her for free forever. Nothing that I'm pretty torn about healers in Genshin Impact is because Genshin Impact isn't that hard. I mean, sure, you can die in the game, and there is a challenge to it, but most of the challenge is really just the spiral abyss, and healers are very good at spiral abyss, but only because you can't access the statue of the seven, and you can't eat there. But there is a buff that you can pick that will restore 25% of your heals, of your health. But most people will want to get the good buffs, you know, like elemental mastery, crit rate, etc. And that's the problem. So other than spiral base, the game is not really that hard, because death is a slap on the wrist. Just it. Unlike Fire Emblem, there is no permadeath, no permanent death. And I may not be familiar with Fire Emblem, but I am familiar with XCOM, and they have permanent death. And sure, you could save scum, but that's not a good way to play the game. And sure, that's the beauty of Genshin Impact, is that it's casual. You don't have to really put too much thought into the game to have a great time. But that's also the reason why healers are flawed in my eyes. Even if you die, you can just go to the statue of the seven and be revived. There's also the Barbara Constellation 6, which allows anyone to be revived in 15 minutes. And I'm not sure people will die that often unless it's some kind of event, like that one level where you have to fight the hyperstatics. Remember that event? Yeah. So that's one thing about Genshin Impact, is that healers are very unnecessary, and 5-star healers are just bad. It's not because their healing suck. In fact, Chi-Chi is a very good healer, and Kokomi, excellent healing. But you can just get adequate healing from free things like Barbara, Noelle, Statue of 7, food. And if you're free to play, you don't want to waste time on dedicated 5-star healers. And really, this is the flaw of Kokomi, in my opinion. So another thing about Genshin Impact, and this is the second reason, is elements.